Why do symptoms get worse before they get better while healing? So why do symptoms get worse before getting better while healing? Okay, a lot of people, it goes like this. You're healing, you go 3 steps up, 2 steps back, 3 steps up, 2 steps back, 3 steps up, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger, right? A lot of people, okay, they start taking advantage of their healing. So they start doing more than they have in 6 months, more than they have in a year, and they push themselves kind of off the cliff because they're getting better and they're able to do more. I can't tell you how many people they're starting to heal and they want to go back to life the way it was when they weren't sick many years ago. And they just start doing all kinds of stuff, physically, emotionally, mentally, and they get a setback because they went, all of a sudden, went into full speed in life because they were like, woohoo, I'm getting better. And they got full speed. So there's a bunch of them that are out there. It happens. And then there's that group of people too that get exposed but don't even know it. They're working on their healing process, they're doing good, and then they get set back because they got exposed to something somewhere, don't even realize it. And they're set back for a little while because of it. Maybe they're taking something that's tough. Maybe they're taking charcoal, which is really toxic. Maybe they're taking, sodium bicarbonate. Maybe they're doing apple cider vinegar. Maybe they're doing something and finally it tips the scale and it sends them backwards. So I'm just giving you a few options. Maybe they're doing the alkaline ionizer water machines, which literally is destructive it just sets people back. Maybe they're doing something that's setting them back. Maybe they're doing the Rife machine, which will set people back. So that's the whole thing too. People that had bad symptoms coming on already, and by the time they started working on healing, it was already coming on. So there's that group of people too. Let's hit that for a second. There's a bunch of people that were going to get so darn sick. It was heading there. And they started working on their healing process when they were already going downhill fast. And as they started the healing process, it could not catch up to it enough to bring it back. Do you guys know what I'm saying? This is huge right here. They couldn't get enough done with their healing process in enough time to stop the bleed and literally send themselves backwards to stop it, right? Instead, they were going down anyway. It's like, shit, I'm getting sick. I better try this. I better try that. I'm getting sicker. They're just going down anyway. And it's going to take time for them to do the right things, to do the right protocols, and heal and climb back up because they were already heading down there. They were already going down. There's that group of people. And then there's the group of people that aren't doing what they need to do. They're dabbling, they're intermixing things. They're doing sodium bicarbonate, tearing up their intestinal tract, weakening their immune system while doing celery juice and something else. They're doing charcoal and fish oil and probiotics that are probably a toxic variety versus doing enough of the other things, right? They're getting blood drawn. They think they're working on their healing process and then they just had 5 more blood vials drawn. They're working on their healing process, and I know I showed you this before, but I have to show you again because I think it's important. Right? So, and they get 5 more vials, 4 more vials, 10 more vials. They're working on their healing process, and they just had 15 vials of blood drawn from a specialist, and then a month later, they tank. And they're like, what is going wrong? I'm working on my healing process. I'm doing the heavy metal detox. I'm doing the celery juice. I'm watching out. I'm not eating the pork. I'm not eating the tuna. I'm not the mercury in the tuna. I'm not eating the cheese. I'm not eating the eggs. And they go downhill because they just had 10 vials of blood drawn and their immune system was removed and their immune system was cleaning up the mess, trying to keep them healthy. There's that group of people, and there's a ton of those people. A ton of those people. And then there's those people that get a bad medical treatment. It just happens. Boom. Now it's about fighting to stay alive or fighting to get better. Another group of people get food poisoning. They just get food poisoning. There's a whole food poisonings every day. It's out there, rampant out there. And there's, and that's another thing too. They get food poisoning or something, it triggers off their pathogens, or they get a bad medical treatment, or something else, relationships, mental, emotional abuse, a loss, and that lowers their immune system. Either way, people are up against a lot of different things. Think about how many different triggers there are. I'm giving you a lot of different scenarios, but that's how many there are because people in their lives and what they're doing, there's a lot of things going on. So I don't know if I've given you 10 scenarios really common or whatever 5 scenarios that are really common, but that's what happens with people as they're trying to heal. And just quick reiteration here, there's that person who's healing but wants to now go back to life 100% and jump into something and just go full force and they get beaten down. I mean, there's so many. That's just one out of so many I just gave you. And I could reiterate the rest of them, but I think you guys got the point. And I'm missing some too. I'm actually missing some. I know I'm missing a few. That's how many things.